So I recently covered the trouble EA is having launching Star Wars related projects, and I briefly mentioned the subject of this video, but I wanted to have a little bit more of an in-depth look at Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, a game I am hoping will not get cancelled. Hi, this is Rima from Odyssey Gaming, and today I'll be looking at Respawn Entertainment's upcoming game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, to see what information we can gather and maybe what we can expect from this game. Respawn Entertainment was formed in 2010 by Jason West and Vince Zampella, the former game director and co-founder of Infinity Ward, the developers of Call of Duty. However, following a not-so-amicable separation from Activision, they sought to get funding from EA through their Partners program. And with 38 of Infinity Ward's 46 employees following them to Respawn, they were ready to start work on their first official title under the Respawn Entertainment banner. Seemingly taking inspiration from several works of fiction, including Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner and Star Wars, Titanfall was a multiplayer-focused game that showcased wall-running pilots who could use mechs fighting in a civil war between the IMC and the militia. When it did showcase at E3 2013, it seemed to definitely impress critics and players, winning several awards including the Best in Show by several outlets, and with its release the game received generally favourable reviews, with most agreeing it had good gameplay mechanics and the wall running and mech function allowed players to approach maps in a much more varied way. However, its lack of story, or sporadic story at that, seemed to lose Titanfall points. They seemed to tackle this issue in Titanfall 2, which released in 2016, which came with a single-player campaign which allowed players to play as militia rifleman Jack Cooper, who aspires to become a Titan pilot. Titanfall 2 seemed to score similarly to its predecessor, however, despite its critical reception, sales numbers seemed to suggest it didn't perform as well as the original Titanfall. Though it was expected to sell 9 to 10 million units in its first year, it was estimated to only really sell around 4 million units. It's likely several things affected Titanfall 2's sales, but it seems that its unfortunate release window hindered its launch, as it was stuck right between DICE's Battlefield 1 and Infinity Ward's Infinite Warfare, making it a season full of multiplayer shooters. Currently, Respawn are working on an unnamed VR game and a Star Wars title, most likely as part of EA's multi-year deal with Disney, which is something we've briefly covered in a previous video. Now, there hasn't been a huge amount of coverage on Jedi Fallen Order, but the game will supposedly be, quote, a brand new action-adventure game which tells an original Star Wars story around a surviving Padawan set shortly after the events of Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. The game is thought to be in third person and notably will have a darker tone, showing the Star Wars universe with the backdrop of the Jedi downfall. And it is, according to their official website, set to release in the holiday period of this year. We also have some information on the team behind the project. The game is being directed by Stig Asmussen, who was the game director of God of War 3. Respawn have also recently hired veteran developers who have collectively got an immense amount of experience working on titles such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Bioshock, Shadow of War, and World of Warcraft. In particular, the lead writer of this project is currently Aaron Contreras, who has credits on working on Mafia 3, Bioshock Infinite, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, and Far Cry 3. Though we have no news to confirm or deny, it is thought that the game should release on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, considering the timescale of release. However, with the lack of information and marketing materials such as teasers and promotional art, we really have nothing much else to go on other than speculation. And with the recent news of EA Vancouver's cancelled Star Wars project, there are fears that we may never see Jedi Fallen Order. However, as of writing this script, EA has responded to these worries in a statement stating, quote, "There's been speculation overnight about one of our Star Wars projects. As a natural part of the creative process, the great work by our team in Vancouver continues and will evolve into future Star Wars content and games." They continue by going on to say, quote, "We're fully committed to making more Star Wars games. We're very excited about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order from Respawn." And that is all we know about Respawn Entertainment Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I am excited for this game, as I normally am about any third-person action-adventure game, especially in the Star Wars universe. However, with all the recent news surrounding EA and what seems to be their stalling deal with Disney, who knows what we'll actually end up getting. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think below in the comments about this mysterious project, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and please share this video to help the channel grow. Much thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.